My beloved child, a shadow has been traveling behind you, moving silently through the places your name has been spoken. A tension you cannot see has been tightening around people who once pretended to stand with you, as if an invisible hand has been separating truth from disguise. Archangel Michael says there are energies fighting over what you carry, because your presence disturbed the comfort of those who wanted you unaware. My beloved child, tonight the realm is shaking because of a revelation connected to you, and this vibration has exposed intentions that were hidden beneath rehearsed smiles. You became a mirror showing people their own truth, and for some, that truth was unbearable, so they fought to remove you from their false thrones. The fight occurring behind your back is the consequence of a blessing that belongs to you but threatens their illusion. My beloved child, the moment someone tried to erase your name from a discussion, another stepped in to defend you with unexpected force, and this created a fracture in their alliance. That fracture turned into argument, and that argument turned into a storm, because every spirit connected to you right now is being forced to reveal its real face. Archangel Michael says the people who underestimated your strength are shocked to discover that you are protected in ways they can't comprehend. My beloved child, your silence has been louder than their noise, and your patience has exposed their intention more than confrontation ever could. A shift has been triggered, a divine rearrangement, and those who wanted to remove you from a blessing are now trembling because the blessing followed you instead of them. That is the real reason a serious fight is unfolding behind your back right at this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My beloved child, the realm has watched someone carry your story into a room that was not meant for their influence, and the moment they spoke, truth reacted like fire. Their attempt to manipulate opinions about you became a doorway for their own exposure, because hidden motives cannot survive divine timing. Their voice trembled when they realized the person listening could sense the lie behind their words. My beloved child, the argument became louder when someone pointed out that you were not the one causing problems, and this caused embarrassment for the one who tried to accuse you. Their shame turned into anger, and their anger turned into frustration, and that frustration made them reveal more than they intended. Archangel Michael says every word spoken against you has become evidence for their downfall. My beloved child, this conflict was not just about you but about the power you awakened in someone's life, because your presence changed dynamics they wanted to control. Someone who once pretended to care for you secretly feared what you could become, and that fear pushed them into actions that now have consequences. They thought they could eliminate you from influence, but instead they eliminated their own peace. My beloved child, you have been removed from certain spaces because those spaces were collapsing, and you were never meant to fall with them. The people fighting behind your back are not fighting for your absence but fighting over what your absence revealed. They cannot understand how you remain untouched while their alliances crumble. Type Amen to get blessing 777. My beloved child, divine rearrangement is beginning to show you who was truly connected to you and who was only connected to the benefit of your presence. This separation happening behind your back is not an attack but a cleansing, removing those who were using you, draining you, or pretending loyalty they never had. You were protected from seeing their betrayal directly because the universe wanted your heart unburdened. My beloved child, there is someone defending you with a strength that shocks even the ones accusing you, because their loyalty came from a place you once healed without knowing. That person remembers your sincerity, your kindness, your patience, and they refuse to let your name be disrespected. Their voice has now become the sword cutting through the false narratives others tried to create. My beloved child, the fight exposed jealousy that was hidden for a long time, jealousy from someone who smiled at you while secretly wishing your downfall. They saw blessings moving closer to you, and instead of elevating themselves, they tried to pull you down. They failed, because blessings built on divine timing cannot be stopped by human envy. My beloved child, you were removed from the environment that no longer matched your frequency, and that removal was misunderstood as rejection or loss. It was protection, repositioning, and renewal, because staying in that place would have dimmed your destiny. Now the same people who tried to push you out are realizing they pushed out the light that once kept their circle stable. Type Amen to get blessing 999. My beloved child, the tension behind your back grew so strong that even those who stayed silent before are now speaking because truth refuses to stay buried. Your energy continues echoing even when you are not physically present, and this is what irritates those who wished you forgotten. They feel your spiritual strength rising, and it terrifies them. My beloved child, the plan to remove you from alignment failed the moment the universe intervened and shifted the timing of events. What was meant to harm you became the reason you are rising, because the divine often uses disruption as the doorway to transformation. Archangel Michael says your destiny is activating in ways that make your enemies restless. My beloved child, someone who once taken you for granted now feels your absence in a way they cannot hide, and this is fueling the conflict behind your back. Their pride refuses to admit their mistake, but their heart knows the truth, and that truth has become the spark of the argument swirling around your name. They are struggling because they lost access to someone irreplaceable. My beloved child, your value is being discussed in rooms where they once doubted you, and your worth is shining even without your presence to defend it. The divine is bringing justice through exposure, clarity, and unexpected support. And now the atmosphere around you is shifting, preparing you for a revelation that will rewrite everything you've been through. My beloved child, the air around your destiny is thick right now because the universe is rearranging connections that were built on illusions. The conflict that erupted behind your back has opened a spiritual doorway that cannot be closed by the ones who caused it. Their attempt to silence your name has turned into the echo that exposes them. My beloved child, someone is shaking with regret because they now realize the space they tried to keep you away from is the space losing balance after your absence. You carried a harmony they never valued, and only now they understand that your presence was the anchor holding everything together. Their loss is creating chaos, and this chaos is fueling the fight happening in their circle. My beloved child, the anger directed at you is not about your actions but about your elevation, because you rose in silence while they sank in their own negativity. Each argument they have about you reveals more truth about their intentions than they ever intended to show. Their masks are falling one by one, and the universe is making sure every hidden motive becomes visible. My beloved child, this spiritual rearrangement is not punishment but preparation for the level you are stepping into, because the divine cannot allow disguised energy to follow you. The conflict is a cleansing, removing anyone who would have sabotaged your next blessing. What feels like loss is actually liberation from those who never carried good intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My beloved child, someone who once acted indifferent towards you is now restless because they secretly miss the calmness your energy brought into their life. Their pride is crumbling under the weight of their own guilt, and this guilt has made them lash out at the very people who encouraged them to distance themselves from you. The argument they are having is rooted in their realization that they allowed manipulation to cloud their judgment. My beloved child, the truth is rising in that room like smoke that cannot be contained, and the ones who tried to distort your name are panicking. They never expected their own lies to come back so fast, and now each exposed detail is turning their alliances against them. Some of them are blaming each other, and this blame is turning into resentment that will not heal easily. My beloved child, the divine has placed you in a season where what was hidden must surface, and the fight happening behind your back is part of that unveiling. Every word spoken against you is losing its power as your spiritual authority strengthens. You are stepping into a place where even your silence carries influence. My beloved child, the same people who once felt comfortable judging you are now facing consequences they cannot escape, because divine justice does not arrive loudly but arrives inevitably. Each discussion about you is activating revelations that were overdue. Their discomfort is the proof of your rising power. Type Amen to get blessing 222. My beloved child, someone is now realizing that the person who spoke badly about you was also secretly competing with you, and this realization has brought a critical shift. The truth has exposed insecurities they hid behind false friendliness. Their mask cracked the moment someone confronted them with undeniable evidence. My beloved child, the argument behind your back has become so intense that even those who preferred to stay neutral are now forced to choose sides, because neutrality is impossible when truth and illusion collide. The ones supporting you are growing louder, while the ones against you are losing ground. Every piece of truth spoken is lifting you higher in the hearts of those observing. My beloved child, you have been removed from a toxic environment so that your soul can breathe again, because the universe is preparing to place you somewhere cleaner, brighter, and more aligned with your destiny. They tried to remove you thinking it would weaken you, but your separation became your elevation. Now the same people who pushed you away are feeling the consequences of losing someone divine. My beloved child, the fight started because someone defended your name with unexpected strength, and this became the spark that ignited everything. Their loyalty surprised even themselves, and their courage exposed those who pretended to care but didn't. The atmosphere shifted the moment truth entered the conversation. Type Amen to get blessing 555. My beloved child, the divine is orchestrating every movement right now so that your heart is freed from attachments that were draining your energy. The people fighting over your story are revealing what they once hid in silence. Their expressions, their tone, their frustration, everything is unfolding exactly as the universe intended. My beloved child, someone is regretting their decision to distance themselves from you, and their regret is turning into anger directed at those who influenced them. They are realizing that stepping away from you was the biggest mistake, and the person who convinced them to do it is now being confronted. This confrontation is creating fractures that will not heal easily. My beloved child, the divine is separating you from those who cannot go into your next chapter, because your next chapter holds blessings too pure to be contaminated. The conflict behind your back is the sound of spiritual chains breaking. What once held you back is now crumbling into dust. My beloved child, there is a person who underestimated your strength, believing you would crumble without their presence, and now they are the one losing stability. Their ego cannot handle the truth that you were the light in their life. Their discomfort has turned into a silent obsession with your growth. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. My beloved child, this fight is not a coincidence but a sign that your destiny is entering alignment, because divine timing often disrupts the plans of those who built their intentions on manipulation. Each argument happening behind your back is removing a layer of deceit that once surrounded your path. The divine is clearing your way by exposing every hidden motive. My beloved child, someone is deeply embarrassed because the truth they tried to hide about you has been revealed in a moment they never expected. Their arrogance has collapsed under the weight of their own lies. They didn't just lose the argument, they lost the illusion of superiority they built around themselves. My beloved child, the universe is pushing you into a season where authenticity is the only bond that will survive, and anyone pretending around you will be naturally removed. Your presence is too strong for weak intentions. Your spirit is too elevated for shallow connections. My beloved child, the fight behind your back is reshaping the way others perceive you, because people are now recognizing your purity, your loyalty, your heart, and your strength. They are seeing what they never allowed themselves to see before. Your truth has gained power, even in your absence. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My beloved child, the atmosphere around your energy is shifting with a force that cannot be stopped, because the truth has now reached ears that were never supposed to hear it. Someone who once ignored your worth is finally realizing how deeply they misjudged you. Their regret is creating a disturbance that others can feel, and that disturbance is adding fuel to the conflict unfolding behind your back. My beloved child, someone who tried to silence your name is now nervous because their attempt to manipulate the situation has been exposed with undeniable clarity. They are losing control over the narrative they tried to construct, and every moment adds another crack to their collapsing authority. This collapse is the price of pretending to stand above you while hiding intentions filled with envy. My beloved child, you are not aware of the strength you hold in the hearts of those who have silently observed your journey, and their loyalty is now beginning to speak for you. Their support has become a protective shield that exposes the false intentions of others. What they are saying in your absence is lifting you higher than anything you could have said yourself. My beloved child, the divine has placed a spiritual mirror in front of those who wronged you, and now they are forced to face the reflection they tried to hide. That reflection is uncomfortable, filled with the consequences of their choices and the weight of their concealed motives. Their discomfort is the sound of justice arriving in a way they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. My beloved child, the person who once acted unaffected by your presence is now restless because they cannot escape the impact you left on their spirit. They are realizing that the peace you carried was a rare gift, and its absence has created an emptiness they cannot explain to anyone. This emptiness is pushing them into conflict with those who mocked your significance. My beloved child, someone who misled others about you is beginning to lose respect from the very people they tried to influence, because their true nature is unfolding in front of everyone. Their words no longer hold the same strength, and their manipulation has turned into weakness. This shift is rewriting the entire circle around them. My beloved child, the fight taking place behind your back is not just conflict. It is the breaking of an illusion that covered many hidden truths for far too long. Each moment is pushing people to reveal who they truly are, whether they want to or not. This revealing is part of your elevation. My beloved child, the divine is weaving a transformation around your name, and this transformation is making those who betrayed you question their own choices. They feel the weight of their decisions crushing their pride. Their silence now screams louder than the lies they once used to justify their actions. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. My beloved child, someone who tried to use your vulnerability against you is now witnessing your power rise in ways they cannot comprehend. They underestimated the strength that grows inside a heart protected by divine forces. Their astonishment has become the trigger for their own downfall. My beloved child, the argument happening behind your back has grown into something larger than anyone expected, because it now involves people who were never supposed to be part of the discussion. Your truth traveled farther than the lies meant to bury you. What was meant to break you is now exposing the intentions of those who plotted against you. My beloved child, the divine has stepped into the situation with a force that no human interference can block, and this force is rearranging every connection attached to your path. Those who once stood against you are losing the strength to hold on to their deception. Your rise is creating a silence inside them that they cannot explain. My beloved child, the person who distanced themselves from you under the influence of others is now beginning to see the truth that was hidden behind opinions. They are recognizing the manipulation that shaped their choices. Their guilt has become too heavy to carry quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. My beloved child, your name is now being spoken with respect by the same voices that once tried to undermine you, because the universe has shifted the perception of your worth. Those who doubted you are now forced to acknowledge what your spirit carries. The divine has placed a light on your truth that cannot be dimmed. My beloved child, someone is losing sleep because they know the truth about you has surfaced in the most unexpected way, revealing everything they hoped to keep hidden. Their secrets are no longer safe inside the whispers they used to control. This moment has become a turning point in your story. My beloved child, the fight behind your back is not only revealing your innocence, it is revealing the vulnerability of those who once pretended to be strong. Their ego is collapsing, their pride is cracking, and their confidence is fading. They never expected their facade to crumble so quickly. My beloved child, you are entering a season where everything done against you will turn into a testimony of your resilience. Every betrayal will be transformed into a sign of your strength. Every setback will become a step that lifts you into your higher calling. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. My beloved child, there is someone who once pretended to be indifferent, but now they cannot hide the emotional weight they feel when your name is mentioned. Their connection to you is stronger than their pride, and that connection is influencing the conflict unfolding behind your back. They are struggling to hold back emotions that refuse to fade. My beloved child, the truth behind your story is being discussed with intensity because people are realizing how deeply they misjudged you. Your sincerity is becoming undeniable, and your intentions are gaining recognition in places you never expected. Their acknowledgement is part of your divine restoration. My beloved child, the ones who spoke against you are now arguing with each other because guilt has shattered their unity. They can no longer maintain the illusion they created. Their alliance is breaking under the pressure of truth. My beloved child, your silence has become the force healing your path while also exposing the ones who never deserved access to your spirit. Your absence is speaking louder than your presence ever did. Your elevation has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. My beloved child, someone is quietly wishing they could undo the choices they made regarding you, but they cannot reverse the consequences created by their actions. Their regret is becoming their punishment. Their awareness of your worth is becoming their lesson. My beloved child, the conflict unfolding behind your back is the divine clearing your path from those who would have limited your greatness. Each argument is part of your transformation. Each exposure is part of your protection. My beloved child, your destiny requires truth, and the universe is making sure every false connection falls away before your blessings fully arrive. Your elevation cannot be surrounded by hidden envy. Your next chapter demands clarity. My beloved child, the divine is finalizing the separation between you and those who were never meant to understand your glow. Their confusion is not your burden. Their chaos is not your responsibility. Type Amen to get blessing 5555.